There we go. That was weird. Anyway, hi. How you guys doing? Don't know why that happened. Alrighty. We turn on the only appropriate music for this. Which is also muted. I hate everything. Hold on. Why did it reset all my stuff? It should be you. There we go. Which also probably means that this got changed too. But honestly, that should be okay. Alright. Let's get this started. What do you guys say? No, I'm not playing the arm dance song. I'm playing the only appropriate music to go with me having to draw curly hair tonight. So how are you all doing tonight? My accent is prominent tonight? Oh, didn't notice, sorry. Yeah, sometimes that happens. So I guess to get a conversation going as I get this started then, who here watched the first 2 episodes of the new Pokemon anime, Pokemon Horizons? And if you did, what'd you think of it? Who am I drawing right now? I'm drawing the Hat Kid. No spoilers, no problem. I'll just say that I really liked what I saw so far. Wow, my accent really is thick tonight, jeez. Anyway. But yeah, as far as opening episodes to a new series for Pokemon, I really like what I saw. Like, the new character, Liko, she's very interesting as a character. Am I Italian? Yes, I am Italian. That would indeed be my main heritage. I should have been cast as Mario? No. Not with my speech impediment. Okay. My day's going just fine. How about your day? How's your day going? thought you were from... Yeah, I am from New York, actually. That's where I was born. I'm curious, if the Eevee evolutions were covered in the Eevee moveset, had their own separate movesets, what would you do with them? Probably not too much different than what I ended up doing for them. If I were invited to make a Smash fan game to make the movesets, would I accept? I don't see why not. Assuming I guess the folks that approach me are actually like serious about it. Well, thank you so much, Double Down. I appreciate that. Oh, also Ray. My sister and I finished Kaguya Season 1 last night. Just the first season. We'll start Season 2 probably eventually. And yeah, like, both of us really like it. It's a lot of fun. Finish season. I mean, it was only 12 episodes. It wasn't that long. Yeah, cool. I heard that. Yeah, it looks like the alerts are working now, so that's good. You have trouble binging stuff? See, not my family. Everyone in my family always just binges what we watch. That's why I really don't watch a whole lot of shows anymore. Because I know if I start watching it and like it, I'm going to binge it. And that ends up taking up a lot of my time. And gotta avoid that if I want to get any work done. Where's this going? Okay. Have I seen Digimon Ghost Game yet? No, but... oh, excuse me. But that is on my list. I do want to see that eventually. Doing just fine, Dylan. How you doing? That also said, I learned a few more tricks regarding Clip Studio Paint to make coloring and shading a whole lot faster and easier. So when we get to that, you guys get to see that one firsthand. Favorite character in Love is War? So far, I find myself... oh, what was her name? Kaguya's servant girl. I keep forgetting her name, but she's way funnier than... like, I think she's really funny. Just in what she does. Just being the wing chick. My sister really likes, what was his name? Ishigami, the treasurer character. What Smash game do I prefer? Smash Flash 2 or Smash Crusade? I haven't played either. I've not played either because they both have characters in them that I have not covered movesets for yet, and I don't want to unintentionally take other people's ideas. So I go out of my way to not play fan-made games, or specifically Smash fan-made games, that have characters in them that I've not made movesets for myself. Am I doing a Boston accent? No, this is just my accent. For some reason it's thicker today than normal, and I didn't even notice until Ray pointed it out to me. Like, sometimes that happens, where I'll just be going throughout my day, and then randomly my accent will just be thick. I still can't help but laugh, though, remembering the, when I did that, like, when I purposefully did use my accent for my Itmon video, and, like, people, like, there were some people that called me racist for doing that. It's like, so I'm racist for putting on my own accent. It's like, alright. It's whatever. Just draw spirals for curly hair? Well, no, I want to make it match the character, like the original character design. So I gotta try to make it at least as... What's the word I'm looking for here? Oh, dang, I forgot. Once again, forgot words. Not authentic, but close to that. Like, when I draw these characters, I for the most part want to represent their original character designs as close as possible. Accurate. Okay, that's the word. Okay, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Yeah, accurate. Oh, thank you, Malik. BJ say, for instance, I want to play a Digimon DS game. Ignoring the price they are now, what would I recommend? For specifically the DS Digimon games? I like them all. I guess Dawn and Dusk probably is a good place to go. Though the original Digimon World DS I thought was pretty good too. If it is a little bare bones compared to Dawn and Dusk, so it's kind of one of those cases where like if you play Dawn and Dusk first, it's really hard to get into Digimon World DS. Thoughts on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? I really love Mystery Dungeon. I have played most of the games. Like, which ones did I played the original one, the original Rescue Blue on DS. I played Explorers of Time. Let's see. I played, what was it called? Gates to Infinity, that one I played a lot of. I played Super Mystery Dungeon. I also played the Switch remake of Red and Blue. What do I think the next 7-star raid's gonna be? I don't know. Guessing the Typhlosion was pretty easy, just thanks to the fact that Decidueye and Samurott both came right before that, and they were a part of the Hisuian trio of starters. So the Typhlosion was a pretty safe guess. Even guessing the Terra type was pretty easy. It was either gonna be Dark or Ghost, and we ended up getting Ghost. Actually, because like we did the raid this past Thursday when it first started, and it was probably one of the easiest raids that we did as a group anyway. It's still painful to do when you do it with random people, just because people are just because Pokemon players are crayon eaters. Like, I stand by what I said before, where Pokemon players are probably some of the worst gamers on the planet. Have I played Simpsons Hit and Run? No, no, I didn't. I actually do have a call set up, but it's a private one that I'm waiting for Brandon to show up. Because Brian was here a bit ago, but he had to go to work. Brandon said he should be showing up here in a little bit. No, I have not watched JoJo. A bunch of my buddies have. I myself haven't, though.
You rang?
There's Brandon. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Brandon earlier was plotting to get me interested in Mega Man Battle Network.
Plotting?
Yeah, plotting.
Plotting!
Yeah, that's exactly what you were doing.
I don't believe this. First the Yu-Gi-Oh scandal, now this. Hello, chatters.
According to Good Helmet Jr., plotting is not a terrible thing, according to him.
Okay, I understand that, but he's making it sound like he didn't ask me about Mega Man Battle Network before I showed him gameplay. I repeat, he was the one who asked me.
I mean, yeah, sure, but then you plotted to keep showing me stuff.
You asked me to! Chat, y'all, are y'all hearing this? I can't believe this.
How do I get my lines so smooth? My lines are smooth?
What's my favorite Digimon? Shoutmon.
Still waiting for a game that lets me play as use Vorvomon. That isn't a mobile game.
I'm still trying to get Omni Shoutmon and Cyber Sleuth. My favorite net Navi. Ooh, I honestly, as of right now, my favorite net Navi is probably a tie between Electman and Burnerman.
Electman's in the game?
Yeah.
Well, now I have to get it. I love Electman. That's all it took.
Electman's actually in a few games. I won't say why, but if you really like Electman, you'll love Battle Network 6.
Well, I really enjoyed Electman in what was it? The PSP game.
Mega Man Powered Up.
Yeah, when he was like this narcissist, but he was also hilarious in that too.
Yeah, he was. But also like Electman's design in Battle Network is amazing. Actually, do you want to see it before you actually get it?
May as well.
Yeah, let me get a picture of Electman because I actually really love the Net Navi design. There we go.
Huh.
That is such a sick design.
That is actually, dang.
What about Mechasonic? His design is sick. Oh yeah, I'm sure Mechasonic's design is sick, but we weren't talking about Sonic. We were talking about Mega Man.
Do I do that? Do I do the thing where the eyebrows go over the hair? I might as well.
I love both series. Fair enough. Dylan asks, "Hey BJ, what do you think of Heracross?"
It's alright. I like it enough, but like it's not like a super favorite of mine.
Favorite Mega Man character, period.
For me, it's probably Proto Man. Proto Man in general is just sick.
Proto Man is also in Battle Network, so
Yeah, that I know.
yeah, okay. If I can pull out my Mega Man X Dive now, or if I can pull out my Mega Man X Dive knowledge real fast. Probably Copy X has always been one of my favorites. Are we talking just classic or also X, Zero, etc.?
Well, he was.
Yes.
Well, he. Wait, what was he in? Zero. What?
The Mega Man Zero.
Proto Man was in that.
Oh well, I don't know if Katu was mentioning or talking about Proto Man. Like we're just talking like Mega Man, your favorite Mega Man character. Yeah. What do I think of the collection so far? I think it's amazing. I finished the first Battle Network last night. I'm currently playing through 2. Like, I kind of don't want to skip through any of the games, but I also want to play through these games as fast as possible so I can start doing the competitive multiplayer stuff.
Oop.
Who's your favorite Mega Man X Robot Maverick? Storm Eagle's always been really cool.
Honestly, I actually like Storm Eagle a lot too. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think, and that one mainly is because of the X remake on the PSP that gave those Robot Masters more personality.
Yeah, and the Day of Sigma MVA. Or AMV, sorry. Chill Penguin's cool too.
I get it.
Is Sigma a Maverick? Essentially,
Technically,
yeah.
like he's the
Yeah, actually, yeah.
he's the leader of the Mavericks. So yeah, because the whole definition of Maverick are the robots that effectively turn evil. They turn on humans.
Program error, short circuit in the electronic brain. The very thing that gives us advanced Reploids, our advanced processing power, can also be our greatest weakness. If you've seen Day of Sigma, then you probably know that Sigma wasn't always a villain.
Opinion on Sly Cooper? I really like Sly Cooper. Played all of his games, all 4 of them. Favorite Mortal Kombat character? I've always been a Reptile guy.
I used to play Kung Lao a lot.
Like, I've always really liked Reptile. The newer games gave me more appreciation for Johnny Cage, I'd say.
Johnny Cage is pretty cool. Have you ever watched NT Warrior? Yeah, I binged watched that entire anime as they were celebrating the release for the Legacy Collection when they were premiering it on Twitch and then uploaded them on YouTube. Like on the Capcom channel. I binge watched that entire thing.
Favorite Kirby character? DDD.
Bandana D.
give you a Morphle Knight concept if he gets enough requests.
So, y'all know the drill by now. And if you're new here, welcome.
Let me redo that, actually.
My favorite Gen 4 Pokemon, so Sinnoh.
I answered this question last stream, I think. Unless I forgot about it.
The Metagross line is Gen 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Oh, actually, Chatot.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Chatot's my favorite. Chatot's my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon.
Actually, Brandon, you might be excited to know that in the new Pokemon anime, Metagross is going to be a major player. Yeah, it's the main Pokemon of one of the main characters.
Sick.
Well, main. She's like a side character, but she's a part of the main group, so... But she has a Metagross, so there you go.
Cool.
When I draw Bow Kid, know that her umbrella has crescent moons instead of stars. I'm not drawing Bow Kid's umbrella. Only Hat Kid gets an umbrella. There was no room for Bow Kid's umbrella.
Favorite Gen 5 Pokemon? Meloetta, hands down.
What did I say it was? I think Caracosta. I like me a sea turtle. I like turtles in general. That's why I was excited about the brand new Pokemon.
Gen 2, Scizor.
Dunsparce.
Gen 1, Lapras.
May as well just get them all out of the way now, because they're going to keep asking otherwise.
Okay, Gen 1, Lapras, Gen 2, Scizor, Gen 3,
There you go.
it's one of them. I think there were more. Gen 4, Chatot, Gen 5, Meloetta, Gen 6. That's the Kalos region, and what were my favorites from there? Oh yeah, Noivern, yeah.
There you go. Why did I remember that and you didn't?
No, I didn't think of Noivern being Gen 6 for a second. We got over 1,000 Pokemon, BJ. Chill on me. It's like, if you showed me every single Pokemon, I could probably tell you the name of them, but I can't like think of every single one of them off the top of my
I
head.
mean, fair enough. I'm the same.
Gen 7, it was Alola. Kamo, and that's Kamolo. Gen 8, Galar. I don't know about Galar, actually. And Gen 9, there's too many, actually. Armarouge, Cerulege, Tinkaton.
Yeah, Gen 9 came out with a lot of bangers. Tinkaton,
Yeah.
Scovillain, Palafin. Yeah, Skeledirge, yeah. Like Gen 5 went hard.
Just Skeledirge.
Yeah, Gen 5 went hard. Gen 9 went hard.
Yes, what am I doing? Chatot. If you don't specify for a Gallo, we're all gonna assume Snom. I mean, Snom is adorable. Have I played Rhythm Heaven? I have, actually. My opinion on Ghost Pokemon? I think Ghost Pokemon are cool. I'm more of a Steel-type trainer myself, but... Actually, I might have brought this up before, but I just want to emphasize how happy I am that Pokemon is kind of veering away from, like, monotyping for the theming of the trainers, and actually giving the trainers, like, actual theming behind their personalities and what they actually like.
Okay. Alright, check this out, guys. Here's the new trick I learned that's going to make coloring a whole lot easier.
Favorite evolution? Okay, I might catch some flack for this, but it's Flareon.
Flareon's the best one.
Yeah,
It's the most it's the most huggable.
You're right. In fact, never tell a competitive player that your favorite Pokemon evolution is Flareon.
Listen, if they think Flareon's the worst, they just didn't get enough hugs as kids.
I've been leveling Black Mage at level 75 now, and I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. That's good. Like, you'll when you hit Black Mage level 90, you'll be having a lot of fun with it, trust me. What's your opinion / favorite Ultra Beasts? Opinions on the Ultra Beasts? I think they're an okay concept.
I like the concept. I personally don't really have any that I super like. If I'm gonna pick one, it's probably Naganadel, or not Naganadel, Nihilego, and that's just because it's a rock type.
Trying to think of all of the Ultra Beasts off the top of my head. There is Celestella, Kartana, Buzzwole. What was the Ghost-Fire Pokemon? No, it wasn't Ghost-Fire. Was it Ghost-Fire?
Yeah, it was. Blacephalon? That sounds right.
Blacephalon, yeah, that was it. Who else was
I
there?
forgot for a second there.
Xurkitree.
Pheromosa. Yeah, Naganadel.
Poipo.
Guzzlord.
Guzzlord. Stakataka, yeah. Like, there are actually a lot of Ultra Beasts.
Guzzlord still has the funniest cry. It just screams.
Meanwhile, all Surskit is ah! If you know, you know. Favorite boss theme in Pokemon?
Giovanni's.
Is chat gonna look at me weird for saying Iris?
I guess she technically is a boss.
Actually, no. I lied. Zinnia.
Zinnia had a... no, actually, I take mine back too. Zinnia's top tier. You're right.
Yeah.
I changed my answer.
Like, Iris's theme as a champion is great, but Zinnia's theme from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Yeah, like Iris is definitely top for me though. You know another one that's top for me is and I guess I'm cheating a little bit because this is technically the version you hear in Pokemon Masters, but Hal's theme. Like, if you haven't heard Hal's battle theme in Pokemon Masters, I highly recommend you give it a listen real quick. So what's my favorite part about the Battle Network Legacy Collection so far? Okay, so I don't know if anyone was aware of this Battle Network game where it was a Japan-only thing, but effectively it treated it to where like you put in your personal information and you could have one of the Navis like pop up in your DS, I believe. I think it was the DS. And it would actually like talk to you and give you like certain aspects and stuff regarding the day or certain events that were coming up, like your birthday and stuff. The Battle Network Legacy Collection does something like that, where when you boot up the game and before you select an actual game to play, you'll have Mega Man show up and like greet you, tell you certain things, and depending on what time of the day it is, he'll tell you certain things. Like if you boot up the game late at night, Mega Man will think something like, "It's getting late, shouldn't you get some rest?" Like, I think that's really cool. Was it 4.5? I think, yeah, it might have been 4.5 now that I think about it.
It's like, listen, Mega Man, I got enough of that from Morgana. Shut your mouth.
It's like, we already had enough games. Like, even now, like in the Switch and back in the Wii days, telling you, oh, the 3DS especially, where it's like, oh, you've been playing for a while. Should you take a break? I guess this was their way of kind of keeping that going. They're just doing it through Mega Man. I guess another thing regarding the Battle Network Legacy Collection that I'm really happy about is their appealing to the online crowd, because we're not living in an age of LAN cables, or not LAN cables, link cables anymore. So this is allowing people who never had a chance to experience the Battle Network games to experience chip trading with one another and battling one another. So, yes, you can trade battle chips with people in this game, which is really helpful for 100% completion.
Where did I see that little ring that I put around the parasol? The heck?
Yes, sir, Isaac. I did know that Mega Man reacts when you do things like that. Like I saw, ironically enough, I discovered that on Twitter when I saw that someone actually crafted like a makeshift, not a makeshift, they actually put together and built like a PET device and put their Switch inside of it. And when they booted up the game, it would shake the PET device or the PET craft with the Switch on it, and Mega Man was reacting to that. So, I haven't tried it myself, only because I haven't taken my Switch out the dock yet. No spoilers. Well, that's not really I guess some people would consider futures to be a spoiler. So I mean, that was just something I knew about. So that's probably why I didn't make such a big deal about it. But yeah, let's maybe keep things like that on the QT so that other people can discover it for themselves. Favorite Pokemon rival? Definitely Hao.
Gladion, but that's the anime bias talking, because he was really good in the anime.
Yeah. Was Hao in the anime?
How? Remind me who Hao was again?
He had Decidueye.
Oh yeah. He was. Yeah, he showed up late in the anime, like really late.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah. Let's not.
Does Penny count as a rival? I don't see why not. Why she wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd say so. How's not super forgettable? You take that back.
I mean, we forgot what generation he came from there for a second.
No, he didn't. I was just trying to remember what Pokemon he had.
Well, I did.
Anyway, favorite Marvel hero?
Gambit. I'm a big Gambit guy.
Iron Man? Yeah, Hal did have a Noivern too, didn't he?
Actually, recently those the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 modders recently did just add Gambit back in.
Yeah, they did. They also added Leon.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I'm sitting here like, man, I'm right in the middle of playing Resident Evil 4, so.
Still haven't beaten it?
Well, I've been sick for like a week.
Oh, fair enough. Well, even then, I figured you would have beaten it before you got sick.
I think I'm actually close. Does Leon suplex? Yes, he does.
Yep, they knew to give him the suplex. It's like no self-respecting fan of Resident Evil is going to put Leon to something and not give him the suplex. I'm not even that big a Resident Evil fan. If I were to ever make a moveset for Leon, I'd know to give him the suplex.
Honestly, I wasn't either, but like, Some Call Me Johnny like really swayed me into giving the series a try, and I'm glad I did.
In fact, half of Leon's moveset would be suplexes.
Sorry, thanks to Some Call Me Johnny, I became a fan of Resident Evil.
There we go. Oop. Got Hat Kid's flat colors down. Now for the hard part.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I think Jill got worse in UMVC 3.
Yeah.
It's like I get it because Resident Evil 5 was the big thing at the time, but like Jill just did not feel as fun to play in Marvel 3.
Because they kind of turned her into like a whole separate character.
Yeah, like she did not feel like how she did before.
Alright, Bo Kid. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to start with everything and then do the curls last.
What's my favorite no spoiler moment in Battle Network 4? I actually haven't played Battle Network 4 yet. So I couldn't answer that question even if I wanted to.
She felt like a poor man's Sea Viper or Black Widow.
Uh, which is funny considering Sea Viper was already in Marvel 3.
And they added Black Widow into Infinite.
I wonder if the modders would go so far as to give Jill her Marvel 2 moveset in Marvel 3.
They already did.
They did?
Yeah, that's a thing.
I gotta look that up. Hold on. Oh, also, I'm upset.
What's up?
Metroid Dread Amiibo 2-pack is available on GameStop for $5.
Really?
Yeah, but I gotta pay that shipping and handling and tax, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Or you could just go to GameStop.
Well, they're already closed.
I guess so.
And if these amiibo are $5 right now, I don't know how much longer until they start. Well, it's in my cart, so maybe I don't have to worry about it. Never mind. I can't buy it anymore.
Nothing's stopping them. Nothing's stopping them from taking it out of your cart. You ever see those people when you go to the grocery store and they just suddenly take something out of your basket and put it into theirs and keep walking as if they did nothing wrong?
Ah! It's already gone!
Yeah, sounds about right.
I hate it! Oh, y'all will be fine. BJ didn't think I was that loud. In all actuality, I'm very sorry.
No, don't be. They deserved it. After all the sabotaging they did to me the other stream.
Finally. The villain arc continues.
Whatever they get, they all have it coming.
I said I'm thinking about doing an eShop card giveaway in a little bit. So one lucky person in the chat might win a $20 eShop card.
I should do that more often. How do you think Hat Kid's villain arc would start? It didn't already?
Well.
Asking how the Hat Kid's villain arc would start. You didn't play Hat in Time, did you?
Thoughts on the Dead Space remake? I have never played Dead Space.
I watched Max play it.
Yeah, I watched him play it. I've just never played it myself. I need to keep reminding myself, like, watching someone play something and playing something for yourself are two completely different things. Ryan streamed that? I don't think he streamed the remake. With how popular Nier is now, I'm wondering if Drakengard will get remakes.
Possible.
Oh, you're right. You're right about the Nier thing, though. That's someone who owns Nier on Switch.
That's right. I forgot about that. The Nier anime started recently, didn't it?
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Well, there you go. And now some of you don't have an excuse for not knowing what Nier is.
Unless they just don't want to watch the anime.
Well, they're wrong. Ugh. Oh, stretch.
Stretching is good. So I have a legit question for chat. Actually, I guess a question for you too, BJ.
What up?
Is anyone planning on getting Dokapon Kingdom on Switch next month?
I might.
'Cause I definitely would like to.
So gotta do frilly skirt for the bow kid. Let me see how this looks again. Okay.
I'm a shiny hunted Tadbulb. I tried shiny hunting for a Tadbulb once.
I did.
Didn't go.
I did.
Didn't go so well.
I did. I did shiny hunt for Tadbulb twice, and I found them. I found them both. One of them's still a Tadbulb. The other one's now a Bellybolt. I am telling you though, Brandon, the room is still giving me issues in terms of shiny hunting
Really?
it. Like, I get Varoom's outbreaks often, but I've yet to find a shiny. Which was funny, because I was doing a little bit of it the other night, and I got a Persian outbreak, and found a Persian in about 10 minutes, did an Azurill outbreak, found the Azurill in about 20 minutes, and then went to Varoom and found nothing. Like, I think a part of it is the fact that they're so fast and they're so prone to off-screening themselves because they're always running all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if shinies have appeared for me, but I just keep missing them. Either that or because their bodies glow. Like, I could see one, but then mistake it for silver. My reaction when Sega bought Ravio, I really didn't care, honestly. It was like, oh, okay. The companies buy each other out all the time. It's just business. Angry Birds will be in the next Yakuza game, or will the next Angry Birds game be Yakuza themed? Think about that one. Would I ever do Kazuya Kiryu moveset? Or would I refuse because Kazuya would never hit a woman? I mean, I'll do it if it gets enough requests. I frankly don't care that the creator doesn't want him hitting women. Because I get it, but like... Wasn't he also in another fighting game that had women in it? Could have sworn he was.
He was definitely in Project Cross Zone, but I don't know if you consider that a fighting game.
Oh, thank you so much, Old Man Han, for upgrading to the Tier 2.
Hey, that's an upgrade.
Because I remember Brian saying that he was in some game that he appeared in that where he can fight other women.
You know what? I never thought about that. I never thought about Kiryu being in a Tekken, but that actually sounds really fitting.
Yeah, well, his creator apparently doesn't want him in Tekken because he doesn't want him fighting women, even though... Yeah.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. Yeah, Project Cross Zone is definitely not a fighting game. It's an RPG with fighting game elements.
But you know what? Here's the solution to a Kiryu moveset for Smash. Just give him a gimmick where he does more damage to male characters but less damage to female characters. There you go. Problem solved, right? And then neutral damage to characters who don't have a specified gender.
Ooh, this virus.
You playing the game right now, Brian?
Hmm?
You playing the game right now?
Yeah, I'm still playing from when I showed you earlier.
Oh, then why aren't you streaming it so I can show it to the chat so they know what you're doing?
Does the chat want to know what I'm doing? Does the chat want to see what I'm doing?
I don't care what the chat wants or not.
Wait a minute.
Figured it's just better than them hearing you react to stuff but then not knowing what it is you're reacting to.
Oh, I did it again, didn't I? I'm sorry.
We actually did that the other night on Brian's stream too. Because when Typhlosion came out for the raids, Brian was in the middle of his own stream. But of course, he has to prioritize Typhlosion, so he put his stream on hold. But he didn't actually stop the stream, so to make sure that his chat could at least still watch or know what's going on. I put my perspective from my game into the Discord for Brian to show.
Oh, so he did this. So he did the same thing for your perspective as you did for mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then even after he stopped playing and went back to drawing, he just kept my perspective up because I kept playing, so the chat could watch me get griefed by all the terrible Pokemon players who didn't know what Pokemon to bring against Typhlosion.
I just hate when I do that. It's like I know. I guess in some cases like this it's fine, but I never like to feel like I'm taking over someone's stream.
Speaking of which, have you had a chance to actually try out Lapras properly yet?
I couldn't because everyone else was like on Lapras. Actually, how long has it been since Lapras launched?
It'll come out properly, I think, in the next couple days. But you should still have the cards, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
The temporary cards. And Lapras is doing very well. Like, it was a solid introduction to a Pokemon.
Hopefully they don't. Hopefully it doesn't get nerfed too badly.
I don't think they need to nerf it, honestly. I think it's actually in a pretty good position. If anything, they need to like do something for Ice Beam, because Ice Beam's kind of useless as a move. Because Bubble Beam's kind of the only correct choice right now.
Oh my god. What's the worst Pokemon of all time? I could probably answer that.
You guys know my answer. And if you don't, welcome to the channel.
Yeah. Well, okay, so not the Pokemon I was thinking of, but yeah. If we're putting bias aside, the worst Pokemon is probably Archeops.
It's not even bias. Greedent's just bad. Like, that's just a factual statement.
What's a Gene Dent? I made the mistake of trusting chat spelling. You made the mistake of trusting chat.
Listen, if my last stream was anything to go off of, chat should never be trusted. All they'll do is try to sabotage you.
I've been saying this for years. How have I been doing? Had a pretty nasty sickness for like the past week, but I'm finally doing better, so. As of now, I'm doing pretty good. Actually, speaking of Pokemon, has anyone played Pokemon Stadium yet on Switch?
I played a little bit of it. And then I was reminded of how terrible the Gen 1 mechanics were.
The worst Pokemon statistically is Sunflora? I thought it was
It's Sunkern, actually.
Well, in terms of like fully evolved Pokemon.
How much is Tier 2 and what benefits do they get? Tier 2 is $5. And that's the first tier that will guarantee that your name will appear in the video if you requested for the character. Is literally just if you're a Tier 2 or higher member, just keep requesting characters. And often. Then one of them will be bound to will happen eventually. And then therefore your name will get shown in the video. I feel like it was another park, but I totally forgot what it was.
Yes, Juan. It is on the Nintendo N64 service on Switch. Just dropped like 5 days ago. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play it yet because Mega Man Battle Network has taken over my life.
Tier 3 was the tier where your name is listed in the video regardless of whether you requested anybody or not. And then Tier 4 is the tier where you get shown, you get a sneak peek at the next character. So even though it's been a bit before, since I last posted a moveset, the Tier 4 members, anybody who was a Tier 4 member at any point, should know who the next character is.
Yeah, thank you, Chaos. I do appreciate it.
Add a Tier 5, what would the Tier 5 be?
Is that even possible?
I mean, yeah, it is, but I have no reason to.
Yeah, so like one, is that possible? And two, who is willing to pay Tier 5 subscriptions? I mean, we don't want to add features that no one's gonna use, you know?
Because what's my Tier 4 currently? It's $15, right? That's my current Tier 4? I mean, I know there are some creators out there that make tiers that are like hundreds of dollars. And anyone that gets them are insane. And that's just either really devoted or the benefits are just really that good. Like worth worth that much money.
Tier 5 is you get a compliment from me, something that is very rare.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So it would be a meme tier. I don't know. You know what? That might actually be a good business decision. Making a tier strictly for the memes. Would they fall for it, Brandon? What do you think? I say in front of them. I don't know, chat. What would you think? Would you fall for a meme tier? Like, be honest with me. I know I can't really trust you guys, but be honest with me.
Tier 5 is I will perform a song for you on piano on the spot. I will take any piano request that you want for me to perform. Actually, real quick, I'm going to reset my PC, so I will be back as soon as I can.
Okay. Okay, is that everything on a bow kid? Alright, time for the hard part. The curly hair. Alright, how do I want to go about doing this? Move bow kid over here. Move this over here so I can get a better look at it. Okay, let me see how I want to go about this. Oh, actually, first, let me finish drawing the rest of the bow. There we go. Okay, hold on. I think I need to set up a separate image for bow kid here, so I can see the hair at all times. Wait a minute. Who was it that claimed earlier that the bow kid's parasol had stars and moons on it or whatever, or moons on it or whatever? Because that don't look like no moon. Someone's trying to sabotage me again. Actually, the moon is a star? No, it's not. The sun is a star. The moon is not a star. Okay, let's see here. How do I go about this? I may just have to go crazy with this at some point. Jeez. If Daisy were added to the Mario movie universe, what actor would I want to play as her? What actor would I want playing as her? I'm not picky. Can I beat Yamcha? No. Yamcha's a professional martial artist. I'm not. I don't care how pathetic he seems compared to the other characters. He's still a very, very strong person. Yeah, but you weren't expecting a serious answer, were you? If I ever did a moveset for Big Daddy from Bioshock, would you choose to make it the more iconic bouncer or one of the playable ones like Subject Delta? I don't know. You'll have to wait and see for when and if that moveset happens. I've never actually played a Bioshock game, so I couldn't tell you offhand. Have I ever played Professor Layton? Does the Professor Layton Cross Ace Attorney game count? Because that is the only Professor Layton game I've played, if it does count. I feel like I'm not doing these curls justice, but... like, to all my curly-haired viewers in the chat, you think I'm doing these curls justice or no? Please be honest. I know you guys like lying to me, but please be honest. Who am I kidding? Me asking the chat to be honest with me, I may as well be asking a fish to breathe air. Okay. Heard someone blasting their radio as they passed by our house. Like, I literally felt, I felt the noise pollution. No harm in giving it my own spin. I get it. Do I think Ty and Sora could make a good couple? No, because Sora married Matt. that's called adultery. I'm not for it. What happened to Brandon? He said he went to go restart his computer, so he'll be back momentarily. Who's Ty? Ty from Digimon, like the first ever main protagonist with the Agumon. When was the last time I drew curly hair? If I ever did, I don't remember. Which series icon in Smash would I change? Probably Mega Man's. I'm not immediately sure what I'd change it to, but just the random gear is kind of just... It's a bit too generic, if you ask me. Well, I don't quite know enough about Mega Man to know what I'd change it to. That's probably more of a Brandon question than a BJ question. Do I have any movesets I somewhat regret or wish I could change? I don't regret any of the movesets that I made. That said, there are a couple of things that I would change on some of the older movesets, for sure. That just happens over time. But any that I straight up regret, no. Not at all. Like, there's no moveset that I've made that I'd outright change. Just make tweaks to, if that... Just tweaks, I think, are fine. What wasn't so bad? Making the curls? Dude, I'm not even at the hard part yet. Because after this, I gotta color them, and then I gotta shade them. I'm not at the hard part yet. Assuming you're even talking about the curls. Why not do a series where I talk about those moveset changes? Because I'd rather focus on the future. Like, I'd rather focus on making new ones than keep going back to old ones. Like, it's just not something I'm really interested in dedicating time to at the moment, right now. Maybe someday, but not right now. Whose hair is this? Bo Kid's hair. And I made this one a little long. Let me actually bring this back a little bit overall here. Hold on. Try not to go too far past the red line. Yeah, this is going to be solely a Hat Kid, Bo Kid stream. If Bo Kid didn't have this curly hair, I probably would have thrown Linkle in too, but nah. It's not happening. Will Eggman be drawn with Linkle? Depends on how long it takes me to get through Linkle. Because Linkle is a generally anatomically correct human. So I do got to take extra special care of her to make sure that I get her proportions right and such. Like the cartoon characters I can draw a little faster, but when they're more realistically proportioned, I gotta be a little more careful. So Linkle might take some time too. And Eggman probably will take a little bit of time as well, if only because I do have Badniks to draw alongside Eggman. Have I gotten to Reimu? No, Reimu's not going to be for a little while. When I hit 150k, I should do a stream where I read viewer movesets. Sorry, I am going to have to pass on that because that goes against my rule of Well, the only way I can do that is if you guys were to send in movesets for characters that I've already done. Because if it's for characters that I have not made movesets for, I can't read them. Because I don't want to look at movesets for characters that I have not made yet, because I don't want to feel like I'm stealing ideas if I end up using the same ideas. And I also don't want to put myself into a position where people can accuse me of that either. Okay. Alright, how does the curly hair look, guys? Kind of a mess right now, honestly, but hopefully it'll look better once I start coloring it in. Try bringing it down just a little bit so it's not so noisy. Hey there, Maniac. How you doing? So Brandon is certainly taking his time with restarting his computer. Have you ever seen another moveset for a character you've already done and regretted not doing something they did? I wouldn't say regretted. But yeah, I think there have been times where I've seen someone do something and I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea. I like that. Yeah, for sure that's the case. It's when there's just so many people in the world, there's bound to be somebody that comes up with something that you really like. That's just how it works. Yeah, okay, that looks a little better. It's not as big. Let me fix this plot though. There we go. Okay. Am I missing some? Oh yeah, I need. I can actually probably add that stuff come the coloring. Make it a little easier. A lot of the stitching in her outfit. Yeah, I can do that afterward. Alright, I'll go and start coloring it then. Oh, actually, this is going to be the nightmare portion as well, right here. Trying to get the selection underneath all these curls. If I do the nitpick series, will Sonic be next? Did Sonic come after Pikachu? Because last I checked, he didn't. Like, remember, I'm doing the nitpick series in order of characters from when of their fighter numbers, so effectively when they came into Smash. There we go. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Let's start coloring the rest of her in. My accent still hasn't gone away, has it? Jeez. Like listening to myself talk, and it's like it still hasn't faded. My favorite way to accept defeat? By just being an adult about it? I don't really understand the question. Like, how else would you accept defeat aside from just, you know, accepting defeat? Like, if you lose, you lost. Take it in stride and move on. Like, just don't be a big baby about it. Will I have time to do Linkle? Probably not. Not with how long Bo-Kid's gonna take me here. Nah, we'll do Linkle next stream, which should be either tomorrow or the next day. Ideally tomorrow. What am I supposed to guess, Marks? Do I follow Guilty Gear at all? Not really. Like, I see the announcements whenever they happen, but I'm not really following it. Like, I've never really been a Guilty Gear player. Brandon is a little bit. Speaking of which, he is still missing. Where did he go? Mans went to reset his computer and then vanished off the face of the earth. How do you do that? Does Hat Kid have a backpack? What's that on her back? Or Hat Kid, Bo Kid. What is that on her back? How am I just not noticing that? And why don't I see it on any of the other images I'm looking at of her? Why is it just that one? Weird. Your little pink tongue. YouTube has a glitch? What's the matter? Something wrong? I don't see any issues. What's the glitch? What happened? It's a bow, not a back. This thing right here on her back? Like, what's this? Because this is the bow up here. What's this supposed to be? Another bow? Like a bow on her back? Is that what it is? Hold on. I'm trying to find... Oh, it is a bow. Okay, I should actually add that onto her then. Yeah, that is actually a bow. Do we have like another piece of imagery that I can use to look for that isn't fan made? Let me see. Maybe not. It looks just like the one on her head, so I can quickly add it in. Let me see. Drew in a couple of the wrong color layers, but that's fine. It's not that big a deal. The Dark Bowser be an echo or a semi-clone of just Bowser? I don't know. I think he'd be fine as just a costume, honestly. Let me finish coloring and everything else before I start adding stitching. Do I like chocolate? Yeah, I like chocolate. Who doesn't like chocolate? If you chose a character from a series you did again, which series would you rather make another character moveset on? Shantae or Hat in Time? Between those two? I don't know. There's plenty of characters from both series that I think would make for fun movesets. No, I'm not picky. Either one's fine with me. need to move this actually, because it's a little bit too far down. Gotta learn how to let go of the mouse sometimes. Let me fix that pupil real quick. Actually, it's a little janked. I'll just do this. There we go. It's better. My favorite between Mario, Zelda, Kirby, and Metroid? Probably Kirby. Ever watch The Simpsons? No. No, I was not. I was never able to get into The Simpsons. Give me a second here, guys. I gotta go full concentration for this. Make sure I don't mess up any part of the hair. Let me just do this part first, and then I'll go back and touch everything else up. If I could redo one moveset, what would it be? None of them. I brought this up early. I might make like touch-ups to some other to some of them, like some tweaks, but full-on redos, none of them. Okay, these... I really like this cool tool, this tech, to make it a lot easier to color in. But, like, they need to have some kind of, like, cursor at this in the center of the circle. Because this only works when the center of the tool is over the area that you want to color. If it goes over a line, then it messes up, or will go over the line. So, if there was, like, at least a cursor in the center of the circle, it'd be a lot easier to know where the center is without having to kind of just eye it. Alright, so go back and... Again, sorry that I'm kind of ignoring chat here. I just want to make sure I don't mess anything up with these corals. Because if I mess one thing up, it's going to be a kind of a disaster. I really wish Brandon were still here, but he disappeared on us. One second, guys. I'm almost done with this part. There we go. Okay. Now I need to get the stitching on our outfit. Grab that and do that real quick. Let's do this actually. Okay. Let's get the stitching on her cuff. And I gotta get the little cat face on her pendant or whatever that is. I guess it's like a button holding her shirt together. Something like that. There we go. Here, actually, let's do this. There we go. Okay. Did I miss anything? I don't believe I did. So let's make our eyebrows a little darker here. Okay. There we go. Flat color is done. Now I'll start getting their shading started. What character is this from? This is from Hat in Time. Like, I just finished the Bow Kid. Now I'm going to start the shading on the Hat Kid. Excuse me. Missed a couple of spots here. Hold up. Favorite game from each franchise? Mario, Zelda, didn't you ask this before? What favorite game from each franchise? Oh, I gotcha. Mario, it's Thousand Year Door. Kirby at 64. Zelda, it's Breath of the Wild. Probably soon to be Tears of the Kingdom. And then I don't play Metroid, so I don't have a favorite Metroid game. I've never done a Metroid character. No. No Metroid characters have been made on this channel yet. Metroid characters actually don't get a whole lot of requests. Or at least they didn't. Give it time. Got Shovel of Hope, Leg of Shadow, Spectre of Torment, and all of them. Which is your favorite? It'd have to be Shovel of Hope, because that's the only one I played. So, that's kind of that one by default. You're right about Pokemon fans being the worst. I saw a post about a person making a chart showing official Pokemon in 3 categories. Pokemon made by perverts, are perverts, or both. Yeah, I think I saw that earlier, actually. That sounds familiar. It's whatever. Gotta put shade under the umbrella, because that's generally where shade goes, under umbrellas. What do I use to draw? The program I'm using is called Clip Studio Paint, and I'm using a drawing tablet for it. Would I rather be called BJ or Benedict? What an odd question. BJ, because that's my name. I'm fairly certain people want to be called by their name, right? You know how that works? Thank you, Isaac. Have I played No More Heroes? I have not. I've seen Let's Plays of the first two games, but that's about it. Where did Five Nights at Freddy's fall off for me? I mean, it never fell off because I never picked it up to begin with. Like, I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. Most I did was watch videos on them so I could make those movesets. That was it. But I myself had never had an interest in Five Nights at Freddy's. What's happened to my hands in the glove thing? This is my drawing glove. Like, if my hand's fine, like, this is what I use to, like, reduce the friction when I'm drawing. Most people who draw have them. Mine's kind of ghetto, though, because it's literally just, like, a normal, like, glove for warmth. But I wanted a fingerless glove. Because remember, I got this when I was living with my ex in Austin. And, we both wanted drawing gloves, but we didn't know where to get them. So we went to Target, and we were like, okay, let's just look for gloves. And we found these gloves, because technically the rest of the glove is actually missing. Because what these were, it was originally like a full gray glove with the black fingerless glove that goes over that. And we each got these strictly for the fingerless gloves. So I actually don't know where the original gray gloves went. How did I get the idea to start making movesets? It's just something I've liked doing for a long time, actually. I love, like, thinking of hypotheticals. I ended up starting it on a whim. And because I needed a distraction after my breakup with my ex. But am I ever glad that I started it? It is something I really enjoy, and you guys seem to enjoy it too, and that makes me happy. Oh, thank you, Isaac. Mega Man's Legends 3 or Sonic Adventure 3? Probably Mega Man Legends 3, actually. Because let's be real here, Sonic fans don't actually deserve anything good. Sonic fans deserve Jack. Plus, we technically already got Sonic Adventure 3. It's called Sonic 06. Look how that turned out. At least with Mega Man's 3, because that story needs a conclusion. Because that Mega Man Legends 2 ended on a cliffhanger. There's currently no cliffhanger for Sonic, so Mega Man needs it more right now. My favorite Danganronpa character? Chiaki. Really like Chiaki. Also really like Gundam Tanaka. What was his name in V3? The big guy, that like the big caveman dude who was like a bug researcher. Forgot his name. Gunta, that's it. Remembered that right when Ray put that in. My favorite Danganronpa game overall? Probably V3, yeah. PC keeps slowing up for some reason and I have to keep forcing resets? Oh. That's not good. Yeah, I'm wondering where you went. Gonna shade her eyes. Yeah, I'll get to them in a bit. Making sure I'm not missing any spots here on her outfit. Thank you once again, Isaac. Do I want a new season of Ed, Edd n Eddy or Invader Zim? Probably Invader Zim. Because Ed, Edd n Eddy had a conclusion. Invader Zim kind of didn't. I'll get the eyes last. since I already have it all. Oh, thank you, Phantom Otaku. Do I own any pop culture cookbooks? No, I do not. Interesting question. No, I can't say I own any cookbooks. I don't do a whole lot of cooking. The word knight now means nothing to you? Okay. Thoughts on the LGBTQ community? They're people. And they deserve the same rights as us. Not much to really think about. It's not that complicated. If there were a traditional 2D Pokemon fighting game like Smash Bros. Or Mortal Kombat, which Pokemon would you choose to be in it? Whatever wasn't Pokken. get the highlights on her eyes, and then she should be good to go. There we go. That would be a hat kid. Let's make her eyebrows a little bit darker, though. Let me see here. There we go. Alright, that's a hat kid. Let's fix a little bit of the shading on the umbrella, though. Let me see here. Put a little too much there. There we go. Keep saying there we go, and then I keep seeing more things I want to mess around with. Favorite member of the Order of No Quarter? You're gonna have to remind me. You're gonna have to remind me what that even is. Could you not remember what that's from? It sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it's from. The Shovel Knight villains? Oh, okay. I guess Spectre Knight? He's kind of cool. Alright, now let's do Bow Kid. Now, real quickly before I do that, let me get some more water. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay. Alright, let's start with the Bow Kid shading. Remove spots from it. Actually, that's not a good idea. Do it this way. Oop, there we go. which member would I make into a moveset if I had to? Whichever one got the most requests. Because otherwise, I am indifferent. Once again, the curls are going to be the hardest part about this. Or maybe not the hardest part, but the most tedious part for sure. This is probably the moment that I was kind of dreading the most here. Shading the curls. Yes, the Advanced Wars game is coming out this Friday. I do plan on picking it up. Probably not immediately because I work on Fridays with the Pizza Huts, but I will pick it up eventually. Excuse me. Am I sad that the DreamWorks Plants vs. Zombies movie was canceled? I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. And even then, I'm indifferent to it. I like Plants vs. Zombies, or rather I should say the first Plants vs. Zombies, but I'm not going to make a big deal if a movie or two gets canceled. It happens. Do I not like the Garden Warfare? I'm indifferent to the Garden Warfare games, but I was mostly referring to Plants vs. Zombies 2, because that game is still just garbage. The very first Plants vs. Zombies game I really liked. And yeah, the Garden Warfare games I'm like yeah, just indifferent to. Like, I didn't think they were bad, just I'm not gonna go out of my way to play them. No, that's not true, Good Helmet. I didn't dunk on Plants vs. Zombies 2 in the Crazy Dave moveset, because I didn't play that game for the Crazy Dave moveset. At the time, I only watched videos to give me an idea of the plants that showed up in that game, and even then, I didn't really need a whole lot of them aside from like a select few, like the punchy cabbage and the dragon plants. Because I mostly wanted to focus on like the really like iconic plants for the Crazy Dave moveset. What is the hardest Shovel Knight level in my opinion? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played Shovel Knight. Like, the last time I played Shovel Knight was when I made that Shovel Knight moveset. If that gives you an idea of how long it's been since I played it. Yeah, the punchy cabbage. That's his name, right? That's what everyone calls him. Don't look that up, though. You won't find anything about it. Just trust me, it's fine. Bong Choi? Nah, you made that up. Again, I can't trust the chat anymore, remember that, guys. Whatever you guys say, I'm just gonna assume it's not true. Will I ever make a Fortnite moveset if a Fortnite character gets enough requests? That's just the simple answer. Will I ever do insert character here? When they get enough requests. That's always going to be the answer. Like, the audience has to prove to me that they want to see it. That's the whole point of the requests. Like, I can't just use it based off of only a few people's opinions. I need a lot of opinions. I don't know, when will I make a new moveset? Whenever I feel done with my break. That said, I have been working on it. Like, actually, to give you guys a little synopsis, I have already made the custom thumbnail art for the next two characters. Episode 119 and 120, those are done. Like, those are ready to go. Well, they're thumbnails anyway. I saw the actual movesets for both characters are done. And I've played through both of their games for footage. At this point, it really is kind of just the scripts and audio, as well as the doodles that I gotta make. But they are coming along. Like, I never stopped working on the movesets. I'm kind of just working at my own pace. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to call it a break, because I'm still technically working on them. Just very slowly is all. Is there any character that I don't want to give a Smash moveset to? Yeah, there's a few. Family Guy characters, South Park characters, characters from the game Catherine, nothing from pornographic games, specific characters I just don't like and don't care to want to do anything with. But it's a very small list. That's why I say, generally, always assume the answer is going to be when they get enough requests when you ask about it. And frankly, it doesn't even really matter whether or not I do clarify, because it just boils down to, like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Opinions on Swalot? I'm just indifferent to it. Like, I don't hate it, but I never used it. Nor do I really care to use it. It happened again. That glitch you talked about? Like, what glitch is it, Malik? Because I'm kind of a loss on what it is you're talking about with this one. Alright, let's start shading some curls. Dang, Brandon's computer must really be just like being mean to him right now. Stream stopped as if the stream ended there, even though you didn't. Weird. Can't say I know why it's doing that. Sounds like a YouTube skill issue. Favorite Kirby boss? Probably 0-2. Room's a bit cold. I have a sore throat. My dog is barking. My brother's being annoying, and I can't. I'm sorry to hear that. Oof. Curls for days. This more than likely will not be the last curly-haired character I gotta do. There probably will be more. I'm sure of it. Get all the curls. Looks like I did. Any other spots that I missed for shading? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright. The hand could have been better though. Okay. Let's go ahead and start getting her highlights done. And then they will be all done. Thank you, Danny Lero. Again, I will do the curls last. Simply because they will take a little bit. Favorite Mario boss? It's probably gonna be one from a Thousand Year Door. don't know. That's not really something I think about, honestly. Or remember. Just remember, folks, my memory is bad. That's generally why when you guys ask me questions, I have to think about it or just can't answer you, because I have a really bad memory. That's why I'm so reliant on notes and such. I have to be, otherwise I'm just never going to get anything done. Favorite Zelda boss? I guess Calamity Ganon, because Breath of the Wild really is the only game that I did play. Unless you got Hyrule Warriors. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get her eye. Oops. There we go. How does the bow kid look? Ow, my hand.
Okay, fixed it.
Oh, cool. You're right on time for me to be finished.
Oh.
I just finished the bow kid. How does she look?
Looking pretty good.
Nice. That's what happened there. Like,
I don't know. Like, I went to restart, and then just things were not working as intended.
weird.
Like, sometimes the thing wouldn't even boot up.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, actually.
It's happened before, but I mean, just one of those moments.
A little bit of color alteration here to the parasol. Dang it. There we go. Okay. Let's save these images and then get them thumbnailed. And I will also have to make the, you guys can't see that, right? No. It's a good thing you couldn't see that, because then that would have spoiled character 119. And that would have been sad. For me. Not for you guys, though. You guys probably would have liked that.
How did I meet BJ? Oh man, how many years has it been at this point?
I was like 16 or 17 when we met.
Yeah,
So it's been
about 15 years.
14, 15 years, around that, yeah.
We were all like part of the same community that we were like active in many years ago, and that things kind of nosedived in terms of like drama and stuff. So some of us within that community just kind of hightailed it, but we like us within that group kind of just stuck together. So we've just been friends ever since.
Yeah. Go. The Hat Kid and the Bow Kid. Alrighty.
I am sad.
Why?
Because the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster is released in 2 days. And that entire bundle set is just... Why did they have to release that game right after the Legacy Collection of Mega Man?
It do be like that, I suppose.
I need money. It's like times like this, I would love to take some commissions right now.
Alrighty, there they are. Now we gotta get the Hat Kid and Bow Kid series icon, which, yes, is the hourglass. Just copy this, quickly remake it in a higher resolution, and then we will be good to call it.
Maybe I should boot up Unite after this.
If you want to put a little unit, we can.
Name a food you've always wanted to taste.
I don't know. Just about anything that I want to eat, I'll just get.
Yeah, I can't really name anything off the top of my head. Wow, we love running dead jokes into the ground, don't we?
But dead jokes.
Guys, ain't it so sad that the Mega Man franchise died? It's like, we sure love running dead jokes into the ground, don't we?
Yeah. Like someone asked earlier, what would I want to see more? Either Mega Man Legends 3 or Sonic Adventure 3, and I said Mega Man Legends 3 because that game needs a sequel, because 2 ended on a cliffhanger, whereas Sonic Adventure 3 exists. It's called Sonic 06.
Would either of you shoot a kitty? What's wrong with you?
Please just go get help.
The fact that you even were in the process of typing a question like that up. What's wrong with you? That means you realized what you were going to say before you said it. Next question.
I heard of the new card, Road Like Wild Frost. Can't say I have. Or if I did, I just forgot about it. My shoulder's getting a little stiff. I definitely gotta call it here pretty soon. It's alright though, I'm almost done. As soon as we finish this series icon, I'll be good to stop.
I need to keep telling Ellie the same thing. Take a break.
How long have I been streaming for? Well, it hasn't even been that long actually compared to the other streams. It's only been almost three and a half hours.
Platt, BJ, the chat is acting kind of sus. We're supposed to be surprised?
Like I keep saying,
It's like, y'all are aware. You people are aware of your own actions. We don't own y'all.
like I keep saying, don't trust the chats.
Like, look. We're just here.
Chat is a hive mind of degenerates, so they cannot be trusted.
I've been saying this for years.
Why are you guys degenerates? Because you're watching me. Pretty degenerate move right there, if you ask me. Why would you guys watch my lousy content?
I don't know if the Sonic Heroes concept is something that needs to be visited twice.
Nah, that was fine for a one and done.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't a bad game, but I don't think it's anything that needs to happen again.
Like, they tried it, they got out there. Move on.
That said, what I'm made of will always be a banger.
That it will. That it will. There's no contention for that.
I don't know. Someone in chat might think otherwise.
Well, remember, the chat's full of degenerates, so it doesn't matter what
You're
they
right.
think.
You're right. You're right.
I wonder how many people we actually like legitimately offend when we say stuff like that.
People have to understand, like, again. Well, actually, here's my take on that. Like, if you're aware of the sus things that you say or do, but you try to play it off like there's nothing wrong with that, then maybe they really are the problem.
The Sonic Heroes even really a bad game? Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, it does depend on who you ask. I didn't think it was that bad of a game.
I enjoyed it when I was a kid, but I haven't picked it up for a long time, so there's probably a reason for that.
Well, the reason being Sonic Heroes hadn't been re-released on newer hardware.
Well, I own it on GameCube, though. I have a GameCube. I can just open up my GameCube whenever I want. Heck,
oh, well, yeah. That's what I mean. The only people who can really play like Sonic Heroes are people who still have the old hardware
or emulate it.
Yeah,
This is like, I turn on my GameCube at least once a year, because I make a note to play Thousand Year Door once a year.
Yeah. During the stream, I got a shiny Swablu. Oh, that's cool.
Have I heard of the new baby Pokemon shown in... Yeah, the turtle. Yeah, I've seen it. Kind of hard not to when it was all over Twitter when it was first revealed, before I even got to see the episode. It'd be sad, but it is what it is.
On the topic of Shovel Knight, though, play Shovel Knight Dig. That's a really good game.
Do you dig it?
Also with a really good soundtrack.
Finger stretches.
We should definitely get a new Sonic game collection, not the classics. I'm thinking SA1, 2, and Heroes. Well, I don't know if a collection is needed, since you can still play, I don't think a collection is really needed, since you can still play, like, most of those games on new generation stuff. 'Cause Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are available on Steam, so...
Let's just say, if there's a Sonic game that hasn't been re-released somewhere, there's generally a reason for it.
Yeah, like, I'm glad, but go on.
Like, there's a reason why we haven't seen a new Sonic 06 port since that PS3 version came out.
Yeah, the adventure games are also on Xbox. Same with Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah. Generally, Sega only re-release the games that actually did well. If the games didn't do well, they don't bother.
That said, why are Sonic Adventure, or why are the Sonic Adventure games and Sonic Unleashed re-released on Xbox but not PlayStation? Like, I always found that kind of weird. And no, I don't count PlayStation Now. Cloud gaming services are just a thing that should not be mainstream at all.
Yeah.
Like, I will stand by that on my deathbed. Cloud gaming just does not need to be a mainstream thing.
There we go. Nice high quality version of the Hat in Time series icon. And boom.
Yeah, you're right. Generations is also on Xbox.
Well, thank you, Eric. What's a superpower I'd like to have? I'd like to be able to create illusions. That sounds like fun.
This might sound basic, but I'd like to be able to fly or teleport.
Alrighty. And that is going to do it, folks. I guess before I end off, I can show you guys Did I have another one already? Let me see.
What's my favorite member of the Order of No Quarter? In what regard? Like, just character design, personality, their music?
Yeah, okay. I do have another sketch that was made for the Hollow Knight. How's that look, guys? Or I guess the Knight. I still don't know what's fully going on with that, but here's the sketch for him. So we'll get to that eventually. How's that look?
Well, Propeller Knight and Mole Knight are some of my favorites. Character design?
Paper Mario? Yeah, I made Paper Marios already.
If we're going character design, probably Spectre Knight.
Alrighty then, that's where we're going to call it. Spent a lot of time working on these curls. The curls actually look decent-ish. I think I could have done a little better on them, but I don't wanna. Alright, have a good night, everyone.
Oh, take it easy, everybody.